Yo, it's your homeboy Kiiro in the building. Welcome to another video, open discussion video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Patreon in the YouTube anime community. So, this isn't one of those videos uh, that's just trying to start shit. I'm just being honest, keeping it 100, and hopefully I can cause some change in the future. So, from the top of my head, there's 3 people that do Patreon. In the YouTube anime community, Joten and King of Lightning, both of them do raffles, and there's a code provider who has a more traditional format of Patreon. There's more, but I can't remember who does it, and I haven't looked up their Patreon since I could remember them. All 3 of these have fucked up Patreons. All of them are scamming people. Maybe not necessarily deliberately, at least as far as the code provider does, but either way, you're fucking people over, and it needs to stop. So you might say, okay, let's say co-provider needs the money. What can he do apart from Patreon? What do you want him to do? Do you want him to starve in Japan? No, he doesn't have to starve in Japan. He can have a PayPal, and he can have a link for donating to his PayPal. Put that junk in his video titles. His video descriptions, not his titles, and he can record a clip talking about the donation thing. Put that at the end of each video, because he's recorded the clip once. Just copy and paste that shit in an editor, and you're good. You're sorted. And you're going to get a lot of donations through that. In fact, you might get more donations than through the Patreon thing, because some people aren't willing to pay you XYZ money, amounts per month, because that's one thing people don't realize, is that Patreon is an ongoing charge from you. In fact, some people are still on Joten's Patreon. It's like 8 or 4 people, and there's clearly no way that they're going to reach the milestone, so they're just throwing money at him, and that's all fine and dandy, but I'm not sure if those people are aware, if all of them are aware, but whatever. I'm not trying to, be a buzzkill and stop anyone's grind. I respect business. I respect people who are smart and who can think of new ways to exploit people, because that's what business is. It's just exploiting people and taking advantage of them. My issue is when you exploit your fans. I think anyone who wants to do business with their fans should be as fair as possible. And Patreon clearly isn't the most fair choice here. Neither is doing raffles. The problem is in Patreon, in co-provider's case, because he's doing the traditional format. The problem are his price points. His price points are ridiculous. And let's say he wants donations, right? Let's say that's his core reason. But let me go over the core reasons you would do Patreon. Number 1, donations. Number 2, exclusive content. And number 3, business. You can do all 3 of these without Patreon. And so in co-provider's case, I think he should just go with the donation link thing that I said. And anybody else who just wants donations, period, don't use Patreon as an excuse. You can easily set up a donation link, easily record a donation clip thing, like I said. You really have no excuse other than maybe I don't have a PayPal, or I don't want to set up a PayPal, which is, again, that's kind of shady, But other than that, if you want donations, that's the way to do it. If you want to make profits, I think it's better to sell something directly to people, or you work on your sponsorships, get something with Crunchyroll or whatever, a bookstore that sells manga or some voucher codes, do something more honest than scamming people over with raffles. And finally, exclusive content. Okay, now this, you can say, okay, the thing is, you don't need Patreon for exclusive content, but it does have the whole system set up. But really, once again, you don't need Patreon for that. The thing is, people just can't be bothered, and that's the sad part. They can't be bothered to spend 5 minutes to do some research, or just to think of a new way of doing something. Patreon is convenient, and obviously with convenience, obviously you're going to go for the most convenient thing for you, but it's more about thinking about your fans, which are your supporters. Don't act like, oh, I went on Patreon to catch random ass people who are interested in PS4s. Who are you fooling? Or I went on Patreon, for donations. That's fair, but again, it's not optimal, because I'm not sure how the business model works for Patreon, from the Patreon side, but I assume they take a cut of, something, or there's a charge. They have to make money some way. It's not a charity. So, there's that. Just take them out. You don't need a middleman. It's just between you and your fans. Donation link, end of story. Making money, think of a product. If you don't want to do shirts, then work on your sponsorships. I'm saying? That's all it is. And it's all about transparency, being honest, and not fucking people over. That's my whole point of this whole video. I think Patreon, it's like I said, it's not evil, but it's really unnecessary when you think about it. really unnecessary, especially if you're not full blown. I think someone like Chibi, he would, he would be good with a Patreon because he does this full time. And Chibi, if you get to see this video, I think take my advice. Think twice when you're doing your whole milestones and stuff. Be a bit more fair with them. Don't do stuff like I need $500 or $1,000 before you get any exclusive content. That's just fucking your fans over, And think about the donation link thing too. Like, start with the donation, see how much money you get from that. If you're getting a shit ton of money, then it's all good. You don't need to go any further. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it for this video. I'm still a bit rusty. This is like my second or third video since I've come back. Yeah, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's pretty much my conclusion to this whole video. Patreon, not evil, but I think the community can do without it, because right now people are just abusing it when there are superior alternatives that favor the fans and their supporters way better. That's it for this video. Thank you for chatting all the way to the end. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, thank you for watching.